There will be a lot of joy, but this time of year can also cause a lot of stress, anxiety, and even feelings of loneliness. Ronnie Hormel, a therapist at Birmingham Maple Clinic, has some ways to help you through it if that's something you're experiencing. And we do appreciate you being here at this hour of the morning. Thank you. I know. I always have to give extra thanks for those folks who come in the 6 a.m. hour.
So good.
Yeah, but most people don't really associate, Christmas with feelings of loneliness, right? Most people are thinking of everybody's with family and surrounded by friends, etc. But it exists. There are a lot of people that feel it at this time of year. What do you see?
Well, there's a lot of it. I mean, it can be for people who are maybe not in a relationship. And there's a big fantasy versus reality component where the media and movies and cards and, jewelry stores, people will be thinking everybody's getting engaged.
Yes.
Everybody's getting married. Everybody's having these big family dinners for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you're celebrating for New Year. And that's not always the case. There's also a big component of people who've maybe lost people as far as maybe they have a parent, a loved one.
And they think about them more.
Yeah, and so these are really hard times for them because there's all these really positive, good memories associated with being with their family.
Christmas, yeah. I mean, it's a huge holiday.
And that's not happening anymore.
And as you were talking, I was just thinking of social media. I mean, when you see so many people posting pictures of, again, getting engaged, being with their loved ones, being, getting all of this sort of attention and being surrounded by people.
And we know social media isn't real.
Yes, we know
with
that.
all the filters.
Yes, we know that. So what in those situations, what advice do you have for people?
Well, so, a lot of times I tell people often to lean into it. It is okay to feel the sadness and discomfort. Bizarrely, I know this sounds very weird, but normally when we think, I'm not going to think about it, right? Like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, put it away. It actually makes it stronger. So I tell people it is okay to say, wow, this is probably going to be a really hard time for me. I'm probably going to be really lonely. In fact, you could even share that with people. Yeah, this is, a hard time for me, as well as plan things that are exciting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's a very
you
good
could plan dinners with friends or acknowledging that this is going to be hard, but planning something to make it better.
And then also, I know a part of it is some people don't want to face all of the questions that happen at these holiday dinners.
I call it the 20 questions.
Right.
Correct, because there could be something, what if somebody lost a job, just went through a breakup, just went through a divorce or filed, and they walk in and people are like, oh my gosh, where's your...
How's your life?
Yeah,
exactly.
And you're like, well, there's been some struggles.
So yeah, I mean, do you just, do you say be transparent in those situations too, or how should people handle that?
I tell people you are allowed in that moment to set the boundaries for what you're comfortable with. I tell people to kind of pregame. What are you going to say, before?
Think about
role
it.
play. Correct, role play. Yeah, I guess not pregame, role play. But role play what you're going to say. I do that often times in session with people.
Yeah, and also I want to mention that it can be stressful at this time of year, just financially, right? We're talking about the pressure of buying all of these gifts for family and friends.
Yes.
Any advice with how to deal with that?
I know, we're kind of in the 9th hour with that.
Yeah.
But I do tell people, one of the first things you learn when you go to school for clinical psychology is the question, is there another way it could happen? Or how's that working for you? So when people come in here and they say, well, I have to buy all these gifts.
Yeah.
I say, well, what would happen if you didn't? Because
and
really...
they think, I never thought about that.
I don't know. Exactly. So you really don't need to. Just because that's the way it's always happened doesn't mean that's the way it needs to keep happening. And it's okay to say no.
I have to say that just really quickly, some of my family members, we decided this year not to exchange Christmas presents, which I thought was going to be a huge ordeal.
Yes.
And it wasn't. It's not a huge ordeal, and it took so much stress off of all of our backs.
I really think it's more enjoyable.
Yes.
And I recommend even, donating the money or picking a charity.
I agree. Really, really good advice. I'm so glad you came on. And if people want to find you, to talk to you in the future, how can they find you? BirminghamMaple.com
or just Googling Birmingham Maple Clinic, which is in Troy and Big Beaver.
Great. So glad you came on.
Thank you so much. Have a good holiday.
I appreciate it.
Bye.
Merry Christmas to you. We're going to take a quick break.